it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Gonna be another recent reads video. So first is Honest June. It's the second in that series. The Show Must Go On by Tina Wells. I bought the first one myself, and I think Random House Kids sent me this one and the third one. So thank you so much. Illustrator is Brittany Bond. And it feels like June still didn't have hardly any character growth or development in the second book. I don't know why honesty to her equals awful thoughts about people. Like, it just equals bad, mean things, apparently. Things that are truly hurtful and just mean. She still has that toxic friendship with one of her friends, and I just don't get any of it. June makes everything feel like it will be a catastrophe, and there's so much repeating of things. And then the parents, which are too focused and controlling 1 minute in the first book, and then are clueless and can't see what's right in front of them with June the next minute in this book. I think I just stayed annoyed with these, and that makes me sad. And another broken record again. I think kids, the target age group, which isn't me, would love these though. They're not gonna have probably issues with any of that. So then I read Strange Star by Emma Carroll, and the illustrator is Julian de Navarez. So stunning. This was so spooky and incredible. What a truly gripping story from the very start. It's thrilling, suspenseful, mysterious, atmospheric, so atmospheric, creepy at times, and full of imagination with an almost gothic feel. It says this story was inspired by the creation of Frankenstein, which you already get the feel with a character named Mary Shelley. I just realized I didn't read the synopsis. I'll read it in a second. And I absolutely loved what the author did with this. Truly brilliant. There's even science experiments, some which made me sad, but there was a beautiful aspect to me in a way with the message that's conveyed and the underlying message of it all. And the true monsters aren't always the ones we think. And I've always loved books with this message at its core, whether that's what the message the author was trying to convey or not. Padraig Kenny is brilliant with this, for example, with his books. And this book truly had a hold of me and didn't let go. Flew through it. I've never read Frankenstein, but I'm sure someone who has would love it even more if that's possible. Highly recommend. Just so good. And I didn't read the synopsis, so. The year of 1816 felt extraordinary, and all because of a strange sort of star in the sky. Lake Geneva, Switzerland. Early one morning, a servant boy named Felix delivers an invitation. Tonight, at the mysterious Villa Diodati, there will be ghost stories that promise to freeze the blood. As darkness falls, the guests arrive. The storytelling begins. Then comes an unexpected knock at the door. Felix discovers a girl on the doorstep. She's traveled a long way to tell her tale, and now he must listen. But be warned, hers is no ordinary ghost story. Sometimes the truth is far more terrifying. And then the second in this series, Delphine and the Dark Thread, the epic adventure of Cinderella's Bravest Mouse by Alyssa Moon. So beautiful. And the end pages. And the chapter head illustrations. Jacket art by Charis, Larson. And I was ecstatic when the second book finally released and I finally read it. I think the first book was my first mice-focused or any animal at all focused story. And I remember I couldn't believe how obsessed I was with it. It blew my mind how phenomenal it was. The second book did not disappoint either. I'm just astounded at the talent this author has with weaving. Such an adventurous, magical, whimsical fairy tale in her own right. Such incredible characters. Her writing is so engrossing, engaging, and gripping. The way everything unfolds and comes together, the perfect pacing, the twists and turns, the danger and suspense, it's just so good. Love the flashback parts that were also in the first book, and putting more and more pieces of the puzzle together. Just love. Cinderella may be the first couple pieces of the foundation, but from there, this became its own fairy tale in its own right. So many great messages throughout this one as well. I need more. I'm so hoping there will be more. So, highly recommend. And a graphic novel, Salt Magic by Hope Larson and Rebecca Mock. And Rebecca Mock is the illustrator. 12-year-old Von Ciel cannot wait for her older brother Albert to come home to the family farm in Oklahoma after serving on the front lines of World War I. But the young man who greets her at the train station is serious and responsible, not the fun-loving brother she remembers. He doesn't have time for her anymore, especially not after he marries his plain, boring childhood sweetheart. Soon after the wedding, glamorous, mysterious Greta arrives at the farm. She's followed Albert all the way back from Paris, and when she learns he's married another woman, she's furious. Revealing herself as a powerful salt witch, she dooms the farm by turning its only source of water, a spring, to a crop-destroying salt water. Albert falls ill from the shock, so Von Ciel strikes out on her own to confront Greta and lift the curse. This was truly beautiful. I was confused about so many things though, and some more development or details on certain things might have helped with that. Don't know how I feel about the ending either. But the art is absolutely beautiful, and I'm sure kids would just love this. I was just confused by a lot, and I don't know. But then The Ghost of Gosswater by Lucy Strange. And Helen Crawford White says this illustrator. The Lake District, 1899. The Earl is dead, and cruel cousin Clarence has inherited everything. 12-year-old Lady Agatha Asquith is cast out of Gosswater Hall to live in a tiny, tumble-down cottage with a stranger who claims to be her father. Aggie is determined to discover her real identity, but she is not alone in her quest for the truth. On the last day of the year, when the clock strikes midnight, a mysterious girl of light creeps through the crack in time, and she will not rest until the dark, terrible secrets of the past have been revealed. I've loved everything I've read by this author so far, and this was just as amazing. This had all the spooky gothic feels that I just love. There's mystery, family secrets, ghosts, atmosphere, budding friendship and family relationships, and more. Great, enthralling writing, superb storytelling. Just had to keep reading. Loved how everything unfolded, and a very satisfying conclusion. Just highly recommend. Read another graphic novel, The Runaway Princess by Johan Troïanowski. There's also the illustrator. Robin, where are you? She couldn't have gone far, right? Princesses don't run away to have their own adventures. Princesses stay quietly and obediently at home. They would never want mermaids and swamps and pirates getting lost to be part of their lives. Not this princess. I love this. This has 3 different adventures with the princess in it, and they're all just so weird, so unusual that I just loved it. The story even gets the reader involved, telling you to turn the page a certain way, etc., to help solve puzzles or some such. I think it would make a great read aloud with kids too, and the art is just absolutely beautiful, and I just had such a great time with this. Highly recommend. And the third in the Honest June series, Secrets and Spies by Tina Wells, illustrator Brittany Bond. Thank you, Random House Kids. Illustrated. So this is the third, and I think the last in the series. There were more things I like about this one, but I didn't like the toxic friendship or the conclusion with all that still, and June still annoys me. The writing is absolutely fantastic, though. It's just some of the characters I can't stand, one being the main character, unfortunately. Again, I don't think my issues would be an issue for kids, who this was written for, and I think kids would love these. Just like the first 2, there are beautiful illustrations, like I just showed, that are sprinkled throughout, and they help bring the story even more to life. So many great things about him. I just don't like the main character, or one of her friends, or any of the, and her parents, or any of the consequences or how stuff was handled, I guess. But like I said, I don't think kids would care about any of that. What I mean by consequences, in a lot of cases it was lack of consequences, or the consequences that were there weren't good enough for me, I guess. So I don't know how to explain it, but I'm trying. Then a graphic novel, Wingbearer by Marjorie and Teny Issakhanian, who is the illustrator. Enter a world where magic takes flight. Zuli is an extraordinary girl. She just doesn't know it yet. Raised by mystical bird spirits high among the branches of the great tree, she has no idea what awaits in the world beyond her safe haven. But when a sinister force threatens the life-giving magic of the tree, Zuli must venture out with her guardian owl Frowley to get to the root of it. So begins an adventure bigger than anything Zuli could have imagined. One that will bring her face to face with an ancient dragon, a terrifying witch queen, and most surprisingly of all, her own true identity. I absolutely love this. It was phenomenal. Zuli is a great main character. She's so loyal and determined and kind, strong and brave. Such a great cast of characters in general, actually. Also endearing. Frowley has my heart. Such a great atmospheric adventure with so many great messages too. And I cannot wait for the next one to come out, because I am getting it and reading it immediately. It's just all so good. Love this. And the art, oh my goodness, the art is so beautiful. I think I read the illustrator used to work for Disney still, I don't know, but you can totally see that in the characters. I mean, even Zuli, like, just looks like a Disney character. Like the drawing style. It's just, oh, so beautiful. And then The Swallow by Charis Cotter. Illustrator is Jensen Eckwall. 2 houses stand side by side overlooking a cemetery. In one house is Polly, and the other is Rose. They couldn't be more different. Polly has a large, noisy family, while Rose is often left alone by her busy parents. Polly has a wild imagination and speaks before she thinks. Rose broods and says little. Polly's greatest desire is to see a ghost, while Rose just wishes she could stop seeing them. Both girls spend their days feeling lonely and invisible until they discover their attic hideaways share a wall. Despite their differences, the 2 become friends. But is there more to Rose than meets the eye? Why does no one ever talk to her? And why does she look so ghostly? When the girls find a tombstone with Rose's name on it and encounter an angry spirit in her house who seems intent on hurting Polly, they got set out to unravel the mystery. I read a 2021 release by this author and loved it, so I saw that I had 3 of her older titles, so I decided to binge them in publication order, starting with this one, and I love this. Core of the story is family and then also friendship. The friendship that develops between Rose and Polly is amazing. 2 such different girls, from their family lives to their personalities and on, but they find something in each other and connect. Then you have the amazing way this author can tell a story and bring everything all together. Plus all the twists and turns in this mystery. My jaw was hanging open so many times during this read. Just wow. I loved what we learned along with the girls about things in each of their lives, especially the one backstory of one of their family members from before they were born. So good. So well done. The paranormal aspects were the perfect amount of mysterious and spooky. The ending's bittersweet but beautiful in a way and is a satisfying conclusion. This is a book that stays with you and you still think about it after you've read it. I just highly recommend. And then lastly for this video, it's part of the, I think it's like the 7th book in the Stuck in Time series. But the author says you can read them individually if you want them. Stuck Between Two Lives, Dave Johnson. Thank you so much for sending me a copy. And the cover's by Jessica Bell Design. Wow, this one was even more next level in every area. Not only did we get 2 new characters added to the time traveling team, but the adventure and excitement and mind-bending, mind-blowing, detailed time traveling makes my brain hurt, but the author makes it all come together, connect and make sense, was also epic this time around, even more so than usual. The way all the pieces come together in this and connect so perfectly, all the little breadcrumbs and tidbits from throughout the book, even the littlest detail you didn't realize at the time would make a difference and connect with something later. Not making any sense, but I don't want to spoil anything. I love the different direction the author took with this one with adding 2 new kids to time travel with our crew. I also like that we went to multiple times in this, and so of course there was even more historical fact goodness for me to learn. Love this and highly recommend. Alright, well that's it for this video. Did you see any that you want to read? Have you read any already? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.